talking about the mountains and hills and the valleys. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because you have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I have lifted up my hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they should bear their shame.
John.
There's a couple more verses.
Hey, it's a lot, but it's going to get to the point where the land's going to blossom. Israel?
Yeah,
okay.
But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come.
So, if the Most High is telling... So why did that happen when the fake Jews went over there to Israel? Why did the land all of a sudden blossom when the fake Jews went over there to Israel? And then another thing is, if the Most High told the land of Israel, the physical land of Israel, that you're going to blossom when my people come, how does it look prior to the people coming? All you got to do is go on Google Images and look at the geography of Israel, proving that it's prophetic that the land was going to be barren before the real sons of Israel came back to the land, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Is it more than that, brother?
Oh, no, this is
Alright, who got a precept?
You get that Genesis 49.
Oh, yeah, come.
Alright, this Genesis 49 and 19. Gad, a troop should overcome him.
Yeah, you have the U.S. military overcome Gad, man. Starting with the military, and they send in smallpox sheets over here, man. Alright, go ahead.
But he should overcome at the last.
So if the Jews are, if those Khazars are real Jews, who's the Gadite amongst the Israelites? And when they overcome the troop at the last, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You just gonna explain.
No, I mean you killed it. You broke it down.
So who's Gad according to, if y'all the Israelis, the Israelites, the Jewish people, who is your Gadite tribe? And when did y'all get overcome by the troop? And when did y'all overcome the troop?
Right.
We're waiting on your answer. Alright.
Like it don't make sense if you obsessing this within the spirit. It doesn't make sense, man. But it's so plain and to the point. I mean, hell, what they say, a caveman can do it, man.
Even a caveman can break down this, man.
There's a couple more verses we want to write what y'all said on that Ezekiel. This verse 9, this is Ezekiel 36, verse 9 and 10. For behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown, and I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of it. And the city shall be inhabited, and the wastes shall be built.
He said, all the house of Israel. You said you're a Jew, so he basically saying you from the tribe of Judah. What about the other 11 tribes? He said the whole house of Israel. So we need to identify. Oh, and then it says in Revelation, I know you got it on the sheet, but it says in Revelation that it's basically going to be what, 12 gates for the 12 tribes of Israel? And then it said the streets going to be paved with gold?
Right.
Shit,
and then it said that he was going to multiply men on the land, which is going to that description Isaiah talks about how a small nation should come out of thee, man.
When did that happen?
That hasn't happened. Go ahead, bro.
Because they always talk about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, but they don't never mention the other tribes. So this is a prophecy right here. We want to know why hasn't this been fulfilled yet? This is Ezekiel 37 and 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. And take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
Okay. So at this time frame, Esau, who are the other 11 tribes, man? And then the brother Yash, didn't you post something when it had like these tribes, how they had made their own 12 tribes?
Esau,
Explain that, bro. Explain it.
Yeah, Esau basically done their own 12 tribe chart. I forgot how it went, man, but they included themselves in there, man. Because the truth coming out now, and they can't hide it, man. Brother bringing out scriptures about how, you know, basically edifying how like we were saying, all the 12 tribes gonna be there. Then the king described with 12 gates, man. So now Esau, he can't deny the truth now. So what are he trying to do now, man? He trying to wiggle his way into the truth.
That's right. You know? Because that plane, it represents the two kingdoms coming back in a unified form, right? Because prior to that, it was split. You had the southern kingdom and you had the northern kingdom. But hey, like the scripture of the brother Yasha posted not too long ago, when in history were we are pressed together, man? You know? So we are who we say we are, man. All right?
got Putin going about how it's desolate now, and how it's going to be built up. This is Isaiah 61:4, and they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolation, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolation of many generations.
So when was the state of Israel repaired, man?
God.
It's still desolate.
God.
It's still barren, man.
And then y'all turned our land into a fucking welfare state, man. How many millions of money they receive in aid? Is it billions?
Yeah, billions.
It's billions, man.
You ready? Go ahead. This no.
No, it was
You ready for
Yeah,
Joel?
go ahead, bro.
It's like it. Right, it said U.S. finalizes deal to give Israel $38 billion in military aid.
So, well, I'm sorry, brother, but then it said in Isaiah that we're going to beat our swords back into plowshares. So, meaning we're going to leave that warfare state to being an agricultural state. So, if that's manifested already, why is the U.S. sending $30 billion in military aid, man? And why is the U.S. still here? I thought Babylon the Great was going to be destroyed by the time we got to Israel.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And another thing, if the United States giving them that money, what about the other countries? Right. So they got plenty of money. They got all the money. Right. But you know, but our folks over in the bums and shit though. Come on, man.
This Joel chapter. You got some up? Yes.
I'm watching things. Go.
This Joel chapter 2 verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Right. And the holy mountain is the Israelites, man, because we're a people before we're a place, man. Go ahead, bro.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
You heathens, man, you Moabites, Elamites, so on and so forth.
For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and gloominess.
Right, and spiritually it's going to be like this, okay? But then from a physical standpoint, it's going to be dark and gloomy. Why? Because once those missiles have interaction with the ground, then that soot and shit's going to blow out the sun, man.
A day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong.
Right, and that great people represents the missiles, man. Go ahead.
A great people and a strong, and there have not been ever the like.
Right, because during the ancient time frame, we wasn't using this type of warfare, man. Go ahead, bro.
Neither should be any more after it.
Hence World War III. So once World War III is completed, you would never see another missile ever again in your life. So if the real Jews is there, why haven't World War III taken place? And why do we still have missiles upon the land, man, upon the earth, man?
Even to the years of many generations, a fire devoured before them,
Going into that warhead, go ahead.
and behind them a flame burning.
That's the instrument utilized to propel them, man.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them,
Right.
and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Right, and that Garden of Eden is like just actually going into like that paradise, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Right, so once these missiles interact with the ground, it's gonna make everything desolate, man. When you break down the term desolate, it means utterly empty, man. Go ahead, bro.
The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses,
Describing the missiles, man. Go ahead.
and as horsemen.
Right, meaning and horses symbolizes strength and power, man.
And the missile formations, military formations, man.
So shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble. As a strong people set in battle array.
Like the brother said, going into their format. Go ahead.
Before their face, the people shall must be pained.
Right, because the people is actually going to be looking at them prior to them attacking the earth. Go ahead.
All faces shall gather blackness.
Right, and when you go into that Hebrew word for blackness, it's talking about these people are going to have anxiety, man. Why? Because of what they're seeing.
Verse 7, they shall run like mighty men They shall climb the wall like men of war,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks.
And the reason why this is not going to happen is because Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai's spirit is upon them, man.
Every missile gonna have that perfect trajectory.
Right.
They fall in perfect rank, man. For the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai. No holy angels gonna be guiding those missiles.
Mm-hmm.
That's why scripture say he's a consuming fire.
Verse 8. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
God. Meaning that, hey, whatever they supposed to hit, they're going to hit it, man.
The missile, miracle missile defense system, all right, is gonna be irrelevant. You know, when those missiles re-enter the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Right, because it's going to be unexpected. You know, 2/3 of our people in these other nations, they're not going to expect it. It's the characteristic of a thief. Go ahead, bro.
The earth shall quake before them.
Meaning it shall move. Go ahead.
The heaven shall tremble.
Mm-hmm.
The sun and the moon shall be dark,
Mm-hmm.
and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Now, when has this ever happened in history, man? If those are the real Jews, when did this prophecy take place, man? And we can speak this boldly, man, because in the spirit, and all praises to Yahweh Hashem Al-Shai, we know who we are, man. All right? Yeah, get that ass.
I just asked 1 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
When they therefore will come together to ask him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
Mm-hmm.
And he said to them, it is not for you to know the times.
And just a quick point, if this was opened up for the other nations, which would be the natural Gentiles, why didn't Yahweh Shah correct them? Why didn't he say, oh dog, it's not only for the kingdom to Israel, but why he didn't say it's for everybody now? He would have corrected them if that was the case, man. Go ahead, bro.
Or Caesar, which thy father put in his own power.
Mm-hmm.
But ye shall receive power after the Holy Spirit is upon you, and ye should be witness unto me both in Jerusalem and all of Judah, Judea, and in Samaria, and unto the uttermost parts of the earth.
The uttermost part of the earth is talking about over here, man. Go ahead.
And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up. He was taken up in a cloud.
So-called UFO. Go ahead.
Received him out of their sight. And while he looked steadfast towards the heavens, as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel.
2 men were angels. Go ahead.
Which also, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gaze up to heaven? This same Yahweh Shai, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall come in the like manner as ye have seen him go into the heavens.
So the way Yahweh Shai left is the same way he's going to come back. When has Yahweh Shai returned, man? If we're not the true Jews, why haven't Yahweh Shai returned yet, man? What the hell is going on, man? Why is he still in the 4th dimension or the 3rd heaven on the right side of his Father, man? If y'all the true Jews, man. We haven't seen him yet. Along with Salakia. We see him through the spirit, but we haven't seen that physical manifestation of Yahweh Shai on earth as of yet, man.
Second return.
That second return, yeah, the second return. Where's the second return in history, man?
Majority of them, they couldn't answer that because they didn't read the Bible. You find out they read the Talmud, which is a witchcraft book. They only go into the prophecies in the Holy Bible.
Yeah.
So they cut still.
Composed of Babylonian ideology and shit. All right, y'all got some?
You want the Revelation?
Yeah.
I want to see.
Yeah, want to see?
All right, let's do the Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he come with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Yeah, those clouds are the chariots, man. When did that happen in history? When do you see the chariots, the so-called UFO, into America and everybody beheld it? Go ahead.
And said, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall dwell because of him. Even so.
See, y'all made a big deal about the fake Jews. I claim y'all are the real Jews going back to Israel. What about the whole earth being covered with chariots, man? And every kindred seeing them. Ain't nobody tell me. I ain't read that in the history book.
Neither, bro.
Anybody read that about the whole sky being covered with chariots and all the nations saw Yahweh? I did. Maybe we slept in class.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, brother. Was that it, brother? I got one real quick. You got one, Yashima?
Go ahead,
Chicago got one.
Go get it out, y'all. You know you hold it.
No, I take go ahead.
Go ahead.
You in Chicago. It's just one verse.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You can let everybody go on.
Revelation 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
You saw those, bro?
Yeah, Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Israelites. What's the great city? America, man. Go ahead.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
And the reason why you're called, or America is called Sodom and Egypt, because you follow the format of Sodom and Egypt. And how was Yahushua crucified? Because, hey, he wasn't crucified over here, but by you painting him as white, he's crucified all over again. Because crucified means to X out. You X out that black, that dark brown image, and you post a red image, man.
And you crucified the name.
Yeah, you crucified his name, man.
Then the added means to harshly criticize too, man. So how you harshly criticize Yahweh? By making all these laws and legislation that go against the commandments, man.
That's right, bro.
You know, also criticize his meaning.
Yeah.
Because we are ambassadors of Yahweh.
All right, I'm going to skip down to verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
And this is the time frame right now, man. Because the elite know who we are, and they know we have the truth, man. They understand that, man. That spirit of life, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. That's how we are able to break down these scriptures, man, and tell you, according to prophecies, you are not who you say you are, man.
All right, we basically doing like Daniel did. We breaking down the rest of their dreams on it. That's been nightmaring their ass for these past, you know, cause like the Lord said, gonna put them straights in their way, so them at least been they ain't, you know what I'm saying? They been hey. Then said the keepers of the house gonna be scared, so we breaking down the rest of the dream to them. But they still got in their mind, they gonna overcome. You know, they new world order gonna be accomplished.
And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
And when has this happened? That means Yahweh Shai has came and redeemed the elect. Meanwhile, the 2/3 of our people and the heathen nations are behelding, looking up as the elect goes into the chariots. When has that happened in history? And if so, where is it documented at, man? I haven't ran across that fucking book as of yet.
Yeah. And the answer to the brother's sarcastic question, it never happened. It never fucking happened, man. It was a hoax. You know, like the moon landing was in a studio.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lamp right by, you know what I mean?
How can you land on a light? You can't even put your finger on this light, so how the fuck you gonna land on the moon, man?
Yeah.
And look how technology has increased since then. I can't do it again.
They ain't been to the moon. They ain't been back to the moon yet.
It's like
Right.
60 or 8. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, what, 60, 70 years later?
Right, they supposed to be going back and forth to the moon by now.
And then they put the flag there, and you got a goddamn wind blowing the flag. Wow.
Where did that come from?
Where that shit come from?
And then the word is the astronauts who was gonna put the information out. They died in some type of car accident. So hey man, it's real.
It's real.
Esau was the biggest fly on the planet Earth, man. You know.
Like this is Zechariah 8:3. Thus said Yahweh Shai, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem should be called a city of truth. So this, what's up with this right here? On May 14, 1948, in Tel Aviv, Jewish Agency Chairman David Ben-Gurion proclaims the state of Israel, establishing the first Jewish state in 2,000 years. You know what I'm saying?